Gemini still wins. Every week there's a new AI champion. Claude writes better. ChatGPT does everything. It's basically the NBA Finals. But for nerds. But while everyone argued about who's smartest, Google made it to default search engine. And that's a different game. Okay, pause. If your group chat has argued about AI this week, raise your hand. Gemini is cooking. No. Claude writes better. ChatGPT is still king. Benchmarks. Threads. Hot takes. Every week there's a new champion. 2 podcasters under neon lights arguing like it's the NBA Finals. Creativity versus reasoning. Coffee spills. Producer regrets career choices. And while the internet is arguing about which AI is smarter, Google quietly changed something way more important. They didn't try to win the debate. They changed the playing field. No keynote, no countdown timer, no dramatic "we are proud to announce." In a regular office, someone pressed deploy. Gemini 3 didn't launch as a shiny new app. It didn't ask you to download anything. It just became part of Google search. And when that happened, the AI race stopped being about which chatbot do you like, and started being about who controls the default. Gemini Inside Search reaches hundreds of millions of people every month. That's not a user base. That's a digital country. Students checking homework, parents looking up recipes, business owners comparing suppliers. Most of them don't think, I am now using a large language model. They just think, I need an answer. That's the difference. It doesn't feel like a product. It feels like infrastructure. So what's different about Gemini 3? It doesn't just give you paragraphs. It can reason step by step, analyze documents, compare options, summarize fast, ask it to plan a trip. It maps it out logically. Ask it to break down a bill. It explains it clearly. Ask it to rewrite an email. It makes you sound confident, not robotic. For normal people, that just means less friction. Let's make this simple. Claude, very strong at long writing and thoughtful responses. Feels like a careful editor. ChatGPT from OpenAI, flexible, creative, great general assistant. Gemini 3, built directly into Google's ecosystem. Fast, context-aware, connected to search. If you ask all 3 to analyze a 20-page document, they'll all give you solid answers. But Gemini has one unfair advantage: distribution. It's already where people are. Gemini even has different speeds. Flash mode, fast, affordable, built for startups. Deep think, slower, more deliberate, double-checks logic. It's like having a quick friend and a tenured professor in the same system. But here's the real play. Google owns data centers, undersea cables, Android, Chrome, search. In a race like this, the company that owns the road doesn't need to argue about who's fastest. They just decide where traffic flows. Google didn't force you to switch, didn't ask you to subscribe. They just updated search. Your mom used it for recipes. A mechanic used it in a garage. A student used it on the bus. You didn't adopt Gemini. Gemini adopted you. So does Gemini win? Maybe, maybe not. Claude will improve. OpenAI will innovate. But when AI becomes part of default tools used by hundreds of millions of people, the game changes. It's no longer about smartest. It's about most embedded. And the loudest company doesn't always win. Sometimes, the one that controls the infrastructure does. And while the internet debates benchmarks, Google quietly rewired the AI race. Not by shouting, by shipping.